and I saw the police chasing some young guys, and I guess he was about to jump the fence. How y'all doing out there again? Freddie calls it checking in. Hope everything going well with everybody as always. Everybody on the up and up. Today ain't too much had pretty much nothing to talk about. That I want to talk about. 'Cause I get a bunch of ideas like driving in a truck all day. But a lot of thoughts, man. But this one today, I guess I'm just talking about it because I don't think I told nobody else. But when I was working last week, yeah, I think it was last week, I was doing one of my routes, and I saw the police chasing some young guys, and I guess he was about to jump the fence. I'm kind of, put mail in the box, but because I'm a mailman, if you don't know. But I guess he was about to jump the fence. Then a policeman shot at him. I'm gonna send my dog, so do not move. And these guys had to be at least. I give them maybe middle school kids, man. It kind of makes me, think, y'all, if y'all see my channel, what's on my channel, the content I put out, and like I said, a couple other things happened just this week, but it kind of got me to thinking, the seriousness of, this is just we got real issues, especially in the communities where I live at and around, and, urban communities, there's such a need. I think sometimes I think it's a lack of wisdom and a lack of older, leadership, and a lot of families, it's not a family thing, it's maybe a mother and her kids mostly. The father ain't in the household, ain't around, maybe be in jail or, not there. But and it seems like, the cycle just continues like all over again. It kind of makes me think, that's what I'm doing when I'm doing, and I often sometimes think about it, with a lot of issues going on in the world today, a lot of times you can kind of get like, even some people say, that's the problem, it's just too big, to fix. And I often sometimes, well, I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but I leave that in my head. But cause any help anywhere, there's a lot of bad places around the world, that compared to what we go through, or some say poverty levels and living below the poverty level, our lowest point in our United States is not nowhere near far as in other countries. But like I say, even though they're not that serious, it's still a problem, in our, like I say, in our United States. But especially in areas like, where I grew up at, a lot of them areas where streets I walk, I can't walk them no more. A lot of apartment complexes, they abandoned, and drugs and some of everything, and took over those neighborhoods. like I say, sometimes you kind of, like I say, when you look at things and when a lot of things hit home, or people that you know, things hit home, it kind of makes you think like, Lord, you know, it just sometimes it can get you speechless and things like that. But thinking about how great a problem is, but but like I say, I often I read my Bible and I think about certain situations. You know, sometimes on a couple of occasions, Jesus had that straight. He was feeling low in his spirit, and he just sometimes did outbursts, to his disciples, of course, tell them about what's gonna be done to me and what's being did to me. I may maybe do some if I ever do some, put some scripture up about that, where he just, this outburst and this talk to him. Of course, a lot of them, they know what he was talking about. Half of it sometimes, even his disciples, that puzzled them sometimes. But he had a great work he had to do, and like I said, he was a natural man, so he had natural feelings. And I always say it's only for the believer. Those who believe that way. He was, like I said, a natural man. He was pretty much. He came down here, like I said, to show us an example how to make it through. Push through. We all, every individual got something to contribute to this world. God made you unique. Ain't no one person the same. Even to twins, identical twins. They all got their way of moving, and particular feelings, and that's not everybody. That's not the same. They got something to contribute in their lifetime. But like I say, made for them. But like I say, man, I just had that on my mind. Like I said, I would you say know what to say, but that's those thoughts and that situation that I saw last week, and like I said, them young guys, get arrested. Ain't no telling what could have been. We're in that season. Folks stealing and doing some of everything. Trying to. A lot of it is because, like I say, I don't think they're not rich kids. And then again, you just still don't know. But like I said, man, I'm just, I'm gonna keep maintaining what I'm doing. I pray and pray, that I can help somebody. I thank God. If it weren't for the church, my mother praying for me, that you need to be in the church, and it gonna help you in the long run, and that's have been the truth. One reason I'm still here, a lot of people I remember they're not here no more. Grew up with me and they're not here no more, and those, their lives are different than mine. I thought, like I said, I thank God for the breaks that I had, but I just, like I said, man, I just had a lot of things on my mind. You just wonder, a lot of people, they kind of think ain't nothing you can really do about it. It's too far gone, but with God, all things are possible. Well, yeah, man, I just had that on my mind. I said I just get them off my head, and this, like I said, man, I don't believe it'll never be a time where there's nothing that you cannot be thinking or doing, to help your community in some type of way or help the world in some type of way. People with knowledge, and wisdom is great. And no telling what you can do in your community or what impact you can make on the world. But yeah, man, I don't want to keep talking, but I just had that on my mind. I said I want to get that off my chest. You know, I want to continue improving and figuring out ways to, you know, especially, you know, starting from here, you know, like I say, the Miller, Georgia area, you know, that's where I'm at. You know, there's so much going on in these areas, man, and crime is murders, and it just crazy, you know. Ain't a time you don't hear something. If you watch the news, I just don't even watch it no more, or even read the paper, you know, because I get it does something to me, you know. You know, some places where I used to live, you know, growing up, you know, something happened, you know, it gets you, you know. But there's things I just want to continue doing, you know, doing what I'm doing, you know, putting out good stuff on YouTube and Facebook. You know, hopefully that somebody can catch on to some faith. You know, a lot of people just feel that they ain't got no hope but to do what certain things that they've been doing. That there's no hope, you know, for life. You know, you know, with the good Lord, you know, and like I said, there's other people, you know, want the same thing. You know, hopefully, you know, make an impact in in this time. You know, because a lot of things going on, a lot of influences everywhere, good and bad. You know, of course, I want to keep putting out good. You know, making people think. That's what I want to do. Always want to do. You know, but anyway, man, I just had those thoughts on my mind. You know, I don't know what to even title this video. Maybe I'll figure that out once I'm burning this one out. You know, I may do a little comparison of this lens, you know, I had got. I don't think it want to grab onto it. I'm gonna hide my face. It's Olympus lens. Yo, but you know, it did made a little different versus, you know, 45 millers with that at wide open at f1.8 versus, like I say, doing it on my my kit lens I got with my G85. You know, the 12 to 60s, you know, 45 millimeters for that one is like 4.9 aperture, and like I say, or it just for its lighting, you know, I ain't switched over to something new, you know. I may try to do a little review on that, you know, some stuff that I'm gonna be, you know, filming in the future. You know, y'all know I film. I thank God you know, being able to do that. You know, just to improve my skills on editing. You know, next thing I want to try to do is get another computer. You know, there's still the thing where I go from a laptop to a desktop, because desktop got many more features. You know, it's more powerful than, you know, a laptop. But anyway, man. You know, on a good note, a happy note. You know, like I said, I'm gonna be trying to do some things. You know, trying to collab with certain people. You know, so to do it, you know, to put out something positive out there, man. The atmosphere, man. There's so much trash on TV and in music, and there's trash, man. It can't help nobody. You know. But anyway, man. Just keep rambling on. Y'all be safe as always, as I say, and always stay thankful. And always, like I say, pray up, man. Stay prayed up, man. Yeah. Peace out.